IT with Tony and Fam.
We cover digital audio workstations and music tools. We explore theory, gear at 82. How to write and compose, and the art of arranging. Taking a look at AI and how the times have changed. On a PC or a Mac and even with a mobile device, we'll be talking about it all every Thursday night. From software to plugins and sets that entice. Dive deep into tech and let creativity take flight. Talking IT. We're talking IT. Come and join in and have some fun. It's highly educational with a lot to learn. From bedroom producers to seasoned pros, we're breaking it down so knowledge grows. Whether you're a DJ or a beat making wizard, we got the tips and tricks to make your sound sizzle. Mixing and mastering, that's our jam. With the tutorials and tips on how much RAM. Get the best quality from your setup and gear. Tune in every week and lend us your ear. We're talking IT. Come and join in and have some fun. It's highly educational with a lot to learn. We're talking IT. We're talking IT. Every Thursday night on Angified.
Rawr.
32 artists from different genres, from all corners of the globe. We're internationally known. Do it. Don't be scared. Just a wag, baby. Guess what? We're full, baby. The wag is going to go down now. It is. We have our 32 picked, chosen, and told. Welcome to the wag.
Four, three, two, one.
32 artists from different genres, from all corners of the globe. We're internationally known.
Show up and he'll take care of the rest.
Don't be scared. It's just a wag, baby.
We're doing Songwriting for participants and for the judges. We are only doing 32 waggers this time. We're cutting it, man. So you make pace that cut, then you gotta make the pace first, right?
Have you signed up yet? Do it. Don't be scared. It's just a wag, baby. Do it. Don't be scared. It's just a wag, baby. $32 only. Sign up ASAP. And what's a genre?
Genre hoedown. No. It's what's a genre showdown.
Sign up. A sign-up form for participants and for the judges. We're going to do this right this time.
Everybody wants to join. Genre Showdown.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the What's a Genre Showdown. I'm Coco Barr.
And I'm Rusty Wilkins. I am the creator of this crazy competition, and trust me, folks, you're in for a wild ride.
We've all heard it before. What's a genre? Does this song fit to a genre? Is genre even a thing?
Well, we're putting that question to the test. We're going to do it with 32 artists, unpredictable matchups, and at the end, only 2 WAG champs.
So here's how it works. Every round, contestants are paired up at random and have 7 days to create something together. And then for the next 7 days, it's time for judging. Our panel of judges scores a song based on 5 criteria: creativity, originality, genre commitment, collaboration, emotional impact, and technical skill.
Now, this includes special bonus points for the number of likes. Okay, only to the highest scoring duo will move on to the next round. And just when you think you figured it all out, boom, new round, new partner, new challenge.
That's right. That means contestants need to be quick, creative, and ready to adapt to any genre we throw their way. And for those of you watching, your votes can help decide the winner.
So now whether you're competing, cheering on your faves, or just here for this genre chaos that we're bringing to you, you need to buckle up now, because the WAG, the What's a Genre Showdown, starts now.
Will these artists rise to the challenge?
Let's find out. Don't be scared. It's just WAG, baby.
And welcome to a special edition of Talkin Shhh I.T, where we're going to get into the WAG Showdown.
We're going to be wagging it tonight.
Well, it looks like you're wagging it. And we've even got one of the contestants, so we can get some insight into what it's like to be in the What's a Genre Showdown. I was in it in the last competition back in the summer, and I had a lot of fun with it. I got to try, genres I'd never done before. I got to meet some new collaborators and learn a whole bunch of new things that I'd never experienced with making music. So I think that those who are lucky enough to be in it are going to be in for a treat. They're going to learn a lot.
I've learned a lot just in this
Yeah,
first round.
yeah.
Doing
And the
something I've
first
never done before.
the first round is definitely, the big one because there's 32 contestants, a couple of mystery balls in there. So some of the contestants actually get lucky and they get to pick a collaborator rather than get put with one. So it's going to be interesting to see how the mystery balls play into this competition. This is something new that they're doing. And here, we'll take a look here at what contestants they do have and who they picked. And what we're going to be looking at tonight is these genres for the round one. There's 4 different genres that were presented. So we're going to take a look at each one of these different genres and what they are, what it takes to make these particular genres. The first mashup is a hip hop one. That's where you've got Bassface, and Bassface is picking a collaborator and it's going against a coup. How do you say it, Ange? A coup?
Aqui.
Aqui? And
Aqui.
Happy Family Singers. Oh,
Yeah.
Aqui. Say it one more time.
Aqui.
Ah, it's so cute.
That's a tough one there. I've heard Happy Family Singers before. He's really good.
No, and he's very excited. Can't wait to see what those two do. They've
Bassface
got,
too. He's really good as well.
They're
yeah.
all really good. So
Uh,
I'm really like waiting for this one.
Yeah, I was happy to see that their bassist got in here.
Yes.
They're going to be doing hip hop, which is going to be fun for bass
I kind
And
of
fans.
not
twisted his
just
arm.
any basis, Scott bass.
Yeah, yeah. And this, well, the second mashup
Where'd you
is
go?
Jump the Gun. The second mashup is going to be Christine Rebecca Sweet. She's also going to get to pick her collaborator, and she's going to be going against Nilla Gates, and Nilla is going to get to pick his collaborator. So this one's going to be a real interesting one because
It is.
they have a lot more freedom, and they're doing the country mashup, which
And they'll go
And
find those
I'm not
specials.
sure even of their mystery balls as of yet. So,
yeah, well, Nilla's been scouting for a country man on the lab for the ever since Saturday when we announced him. He started getting out there and hunting for a country boy. The third mashup is going to be
yeah.
Maria Perdomo and
Ooh.
Static, and they're going to be going against Paul McMinitor, who gets to pick his collaborator on
Uh-huh.
this one. And it's going to be another hip hop one. Hip hop definitely
I
stole
can't
the
wait to
show in
hear
round
this
one.
one.
Yeah, especially with Maria's creativity.
I know. That's and between her and Static and hip hop. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
of those great sounds. Yeah.
Yep. Mashup four is
Oh,
gonna be Mad Cracker
this is gonna
Six
be a
and
tough one.
Mahaputra, which I can't wait to see what those two come up with, versus Remo and Pinky Chew. You know her, huh, maybe?
Of course I do.
And they're lucky enough to get the blues. That was the one blues mashup, and blues was one of the ones I got to do last summer. Really fun when I learned a lot with that one.
I'm kind of envious of that genre there. I wish I would have
Yeah,
gotten
I,
that.
I was gonna say blues would have been one of your comfort zones, huh?
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah. The next one is the mashup five, which is going to be D Jernigan's and the Unfantastic, which is Tonal Android over on BandLab. And hey, Mavi Hendrix and RJS. And
Yeah.
you guys are
I
going to be
can't
doing
wait
hip hop.
to hear this. I can't I like literally I'm on the edge of my seat to see what D and the Unfantastic have come up with in this round.
Well, and you've been lucky enough to get some previews. I can't hear anything until
I
Saturday.
haven't heard anything in here like in this like yeah from them too, but um she is just so creative on so many levels of underscore love and light. And so I just can't wait to hear, what she comes up with.
Yeah, I've seen her do so many genres on the
I
lab that
know.
like she was a great choice for one of the contestants. Yeah, a lot of these contestants have a lot of versatility. They've had experience with some of these genres, and it's going to be interesting to see what they bring to the table. And I thought it was so funny that Mavi, you got hooked up with RJS because before the
Oh,
competition
yeah.
started, I was saying like, what's gonna happen if two alpha guitarists like, come together and go figure you guys got hip hop on it. It
Voila.
really got it excited to see what you guys come up with.
Oh, you're gonna be in for a surprise with that one.
Yeah, but I can't hear it till Saturday.
Nope,
So
you can't.
I've been doing real good at not peaking.
Yes, you have.
And the mashup six, we got Rolo Knox and TTP Trident going against
Uh-huh.
Ron Florindo and Kenny
Yep.
Rogers, 086. And they got lucky enough to get the rock category, which I know Kenny's excited about that. He liked that he got rock. Although he's going to have his hands full against Rolo, who's also quite the rocker.
Well, so is Ron Florindo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This one is probably
So
the most cozy for the contestants. And mashup seven is going to be EGM
Back to
Beats.
hip hop.
This one's
EGM
going to be
Beats,
interesting.
yeah, he's got himself his mystery collab we've heard, and that's going to be against Tyrain and Looter, who both are very excited to have gotten hip hop as well. So
Mhm.
this one I'm expecting like some really interesting, great stuff. And the last mashup is Starmy and Matt J.H. going against Necro Inc. and Tweedledum, and they got country.
I can't wait to hear this. You know, when it comes to country, Starmy has such a beautiful voice and a beautiful mission. And she said, I'm a Christian and I want to be able to get my message out there. And Matt JH, like everything that I have heard from him, has just been incredible no matter what genre it is, because like every week he made it a purpose to kind of mix it up, you
Yeah,
know. And it was
and
like
I'm
he
interested.
did his own challenge.
I'm really interested to hear Matt on the countryside because I've heard him with pretty much everything else. Incredible voice and
Uh-huh.
country. Going to be a great one to see what he does with those chops.
I expect
And
some good
then
harmonies out of
Negro
that
and
one.
Tweedledum, Negro was one of the first with Rusty, for Ink Music, and Tweedledum, with his personality and the way that he sets things up for fun. And I just this is gonna be interesting when it comes to country on exactly which topic they also write about.
And the kind of country they approach. Because with Starmy, I'm
I'm
thinking
sorry,
like
our unicorns here.
a folk country, because folk works great with country, and
Yeah.
I feel like she's got some lot of possibilities she can go with there. So that's another one I'm looking forward to. So that's the mashups that we're going to be seeing over this Saturday. We're going to start getting the submissions, and there's going to be judging for a week. We're going to put out the links to the tracks for everybody to go listen to, see which tracks get some traction, and the following Saturday we'll be announcing the round one winners and starting to pick the next challenges for round two.
Oh, I can't wait till Saturday. It's only a day and a half away.
Right.
You're only a day away, or a day and a half. So what we're going to look at tonight with these four different genres that these contestants are going to be working on, we're going to take a look at how these genres, how they get made, what makes them the genres that they are, and some suggestions on approaches that these contestants can take to really hit their marks with these genres. Um, the first one we're going to look at is How to Be Country. That's going to be with Steve Terrenberry. Love his channel. We've looked at him many times in the last year. Funny, very informative. I picked this one because unlike a lot of the videos when I was looking, there's lots of videos where artists are saying, how to be country, but they basically spend the whole video just making a song and they don't get into what what actually makes that genre, the elements of it. And Stevie does a great job of actually explaining the elements of country that make a country song a country song. And he's coming from at Steve Terraberry over on YouTube. The second one is going to be on 12 bar blues songwriting lessons and learning to write songs with the blues. What I love about this one is it covers all the different elements that make up a blues song. He's not just talking about like, the guitar. He goes into the chord structures, the piano, the way to write words for blues, melody and harmony, all of these things. Super important if you're new to blues and you really want to understand it. That one's going to be coming from at School of Yule over on YouTube.
Say that 3 times fast.
At School of Yule.
No, the school of you, school of you, school of you, school. You see, I
you're,
can't.
you're
Go
gonna
ahead.
give me scoliosis.
It's
Eh,
completely different.
yeah, and then we're gonna go over to the rock side
I
and
wanna rock.
how to write your first rock song. And I mean, I couldn't resist this channel because this channel is at Write a Song. And like, what a perfect channel for tonight's topic. You know, I found a couple of how to make rock tutorials, but again, most of them are just an artist writing a rock song as they describe what they're doing. This one does get into the elements of rock and how to do it if it's the first time that you're working on a rock song. And because hip hop actually got so many mashups in this one, there's four hip hop mashups. So I grabbed four different videos to cover different elements of what makes hip hop. And I think these videos help to cover the gamut of approaching a hip hop song. So flow to me is super important. The flow of a rapper, the flow of the beat, all of that really defines a good hip hop song. And it's again a channel that at Rapping Manual YT, this is a channel where you can get, you know, rap instructions and what better way to cover what flow is. And then we're going to shift over to song structure in rap, which is another thing that you don't hear a lot of rappers talk about. A lot of rappers just take, a certain kind of approach where structure doesn't always fit into hip hop songs. A lot of times it's just a beat going all the way through. Well, smart rapper is going to actually talk about the structure of a of rap music, and that's at Smart Rapper TV. Um, I think arrangement when it comes to hip hop is super important to understand if you really want to make a good hip hop song. Then we're going to shift over to making the beat because it's rap is one element of hip hop, but the beat is the other side of what makes hip hop. And making a beat, what do you need in order to do it? The approaches you should take, all important things. And this one's going to be coming from Atlander Music. They actually got their camera guy who's also a beat maker, and he's going to show like the tools that you can use and the approach to take to put a good beat together. And to finish it off, the trickiest thing when it comes to new rappers and trying to figure out like what style of rap they're going to do and how they get their rapping to fit into the beat. It's one of the biggest challenges when you're new to rap. And Cole My Studios is going to show how to fit rap lyrics to a beat and the science of structuring your rap lyrics, where you place words and syllables. A lot of rappers don't put a lot of thought into that, but it's one of the most important things to hitting your marks in your rapping and in getting that rapping style that actually works. That's going to be coming from at Cole My Studios. This is a freshy channel for me, but I love the tutorials and things I'm seeing here. For those out there who are wanting to be better rappers, that's what he's there for. So we
He
got to,
wants to be a rap star.
I do.
You know, Tony, honestly, when I looked at this first video, like with his face here, and I was like, you know, he chose that video because he's making a funny face.
Well, I chose that frame because I love Steve's facial expressions. The only one that makes better faces is you. And and Steve always brings the information. He brings the comedy. He looks at things in a very humorous way, but he's always on point at what he's talking about. And he's more of a metalhead, but he does know like what country's all about. And the reason why I picked this one is because he does cover like the elements of country that these contestants are really going to want to consider when they're putting their songs together. The three judges that I'm going to get to be one of them, and a lot of what we're going to look for is these elements that we're going to see in these videos. You know, that's how we're going to gauge whether the contestant hit their marks on their genres that they've got.
Swing, better, 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 swing. Sorry.
So here we'll pull off this, and I'll bring up Steve's video, and we'll see what it takes to make a country song. So for Nilla, he's one of the ones who's got that challenge, and
Brother Nella Gates with a Z.
I know like he'll appreciate, you know, these tips on how to hit your mark with the country.
Hello, I'm Stevie T. Some of you may know me.
Hi, Stevie T.
And today I'm going to teach you how to be country music. Superior genre. Now, one of the most important aspects of country music is country music image. And the traditional image of country music has changed throughout the years, with modern artists incorporating a lot more black into their getup. Of course, black being more associated with metal music. However, metal music is inferior genre. So here is the formula for country music image. You start off with your power metal image. Yes! Then
Put
you
the
take
left
your
foot
wig,
first.
chuck it in the f***ing bucket.
Chuck the wig in the fucking
cowboy
bucket.
hat. Next, you
Replace
take your
with cowboy
shoes.
hat.
You gotta have the hat.
Chuck it in the f***ing bucket. Replace
Why
it
I
with
need my
cowboy
shoes?
boots.
Rolo.
You have now
Rolo's ready.
successfully country music. I'll stop doing that. Now, one of the reasons why rock and metal music sucks, because
What?
coming up with a rock or metal band name is next to impossible.
Oh, okay,
Look,
okay,
you
okay.
would
I'll
have
give
better
him
luck
that.
stapling a buffalo's balls to the top of a tree than you would coming up with a band name in a month. Country music, however, has a very specific formula for coming up with a country name. Now pay very close attention, it's kind of complicated. You take your
What?
first name, okay?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And then you take your last name
Okay.
and chuck it in the f***ing bucket.
I
Travis.
want a bucket like that.
So my country name would be
Whoa.
Steve Travis. So if your name is Josh Smith, your country name would be Josh Travis. If your name is Travis Wilson, your country name would be Travis Travis. Sorry, Travis, I don't make the
What?
rules, I just enforce them. Now,
I would
some
call
of
it
you may be
Travis-
saying,
Travis
Stevie, you're
Square.
Canadian, you can't be a
Travis
true
T.
Southern country star. Well, I say phooey, because with the help from today's sponsors, NordVPN, I can simply change my location to, Dallas, Texas. Well, now
He's
who's the
from
country
Canada.
star? Well, okay, I'm still in Canada, but as far as the internet is concerned, I'm in Dallas, Texas. You see, NordVPN filters all your personal information through super fast, super secure servers, preventing hackers,
I think that's
service
an ad.
providers, websites, country
Remember
superstar
that.
Taylor Swift from accessing your personal information. Now here in
That's
North
right.
America, we have
Keep
the pleasure
Taylor
of being
away
able
from
to
your-
watch this Garth Brooks movie. But
Bucket,
Netflix
bucket.
in Brazil does not have Garth Brooks movie. How do they live?
Oh, that's
But fear
sad.
not. With NordVPN, someone in Brazil could connect to, say, Montreal and now they can finally watch this Garth Brooks movie. But many countries have terrible geo-blocking, and NordVPN really levels the playing field and lets anyone watch what they want while protecting their identity. So you know the link. Go to nordvpn.com/terryberry to get a 2-year plan with Nord with a massive discount. And you also get 1 extra month for free because Brazil deserves Garth Brooks. So click that link in the description, people. Thank you, Nord, for protecting, and thank you for sponsoring. Oh, right, and another reason why rock and metal sucks is because once you've come up with a band name, what font are you gonna use? Do you go unreadable? Do you go super unreadable? Do you go blood font? Do you go horror font? Do you go futuristic? Too many freaking options. Rock and metal, inferior genre. In country music, the law is already laid out for you. All country artists herein will use this font and only this font in accordance with the Country Music Etiquette Act. Failure to comply with preceding accordances will result in Taylor Swift breaking up with you. So this will be your font in accordance with the law. Taylor Swift, please don't write a song about me. Oh right, another reason why rock and metal music sucks!
Never!
They just have way too many performance stances or performance moves to choose from. Do you want to do the jump? Do you want to do the power stance? The windmill? The headbang? The windmill picking? The power slide? The hippity hoppity? The spinneroo? It's just not consistent. Signs of an inferior genre. Country music has only one and needs only one performance stance. In country music, we call it the gumbo thrust. Raise that guitar, lean back your gumbo chops, thrust, guitar, thrust. I am superior country superstar, superior genre. Taylor Swift ain't breaking up with this. Whoa. Taylor Swift ain't writing a song about this. Superior
I gotta
genre.
learn that
Now that we
move.
haven't, I'll stop with the accent. Now we have to address the
So does
singing.
that mean Taylor goes
Now
in the
country
bucket?
singing is all about the
I told him to keep her
performance.
out of it,
And the
but-
technique that I find helps me sing country vocals is the rain technique. Rain, rain, rain. Because what rain does is it prepares your mouth for country vocals. Every word you sing, you want to imagine you're saying rain. You want to take your vocals from here to rain.
I wonder how he says water.
Rain. Just practice saying
water.
rain at first.
Water,
rain,
water.
rain, 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 rain. So
Rain,
what's the
water,
weather supposed to
rain,
be like
water.
tomorrow? Rain. And another important part of country music singing is you don't want a wide vocal range. You want to stay somewhere within the 2 semitone range. Some country singers may sing down here like this. Mid-range country singers sing right here. High-range
hit it.
country singers sing right here. You're never gonna see one go.
Not wrong.
Country.
I
music.
I know you know.
Some rock singers have a vocal range of many octaves. That
yes.
we call in country music compensating for a small hog. Steve, can I borrow a... Oh, howdy. I'm Steve Travis. What is wrong with you?
I love that
How do
Eric
you reckon?
Pastel. I think I had
Can I
a
borrow
pink
this
one like
Bluetooth
that,
speaker?
but like exactly
Absolutely
like that.
not, you ugly gizzard. What in tarnation? You get back over here. Get back here, you rootin', scootin', skinny skadootin'.
What do you
no
think?
good
His
liberal
was a little
lips.
too big.
That's right. Go on now, get. What good are you? What good are you? Good for nothing, wild hog. Well, I suppose all that's left now is writing ourselves a country song. Now, the laws for country songs
All right,
are
let's get
very
down to the
strict.
nitty-gritty.
Every country song has to follow this chord progression. 1,
Oh, that looks like a country guitar.
3, 4. Now, you can do it in whatever key you want, but it has to be those 4 chords. And you are also required by law to do this. At the end of the chorus, all the instruments hold, you say the name of the song, move on. Required by law. Taylor Swift will be pissed. So for example, let's say our country song is called Cowboy Boots and Beers. So we would have this. Do our chorus. Here's a chorus about my big red boots. Here's a chorus about my big red truck. My wife broke up with me. What a devil woman.
Don't forget about the dog.
Cowboy boots and beers. Oh, and on another note, none of this shredding bullshit. None of this. left to do now is to put together everything we've
I'm
learned
gonna throw
into a
his
music
hog in
video.
the
I
fucking
hope you
bucket.
all
He's
enjoy
going
it. You
right in
better
the
done
fucking
hit
bucket,
that
that
subscribe
hog.
button or I'm gonna be darn pissed. And always remember, gumbo chops.
Cowboy boots and beers. Here comes it.
He's got the stance.
I really like those boots. Cute cameo.
I got my cowboy boots.
I know I like them.
I got my pickup truck. Take the back roads, roll out the window. Got my gun rack shaking from the sand hills. On the tailgate, crack me a couple beers. Like a good old country boy. That good old country song. Under a million shooting stars in the night sky. That good old country song. The radio playing my favorite sing-along. Cowboy boots and beers. I've been through one or two divorces. The last one took my favorite horses. Take the back roads, roll up the window. Got my windshield covered from the sand dunes. On the tailgate, crack me a couple beers. Rain, rain, rainy rain.
Cheers. Rain, 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 water.
Under a million shooting stars in the night sky. That good old country song. The radio playing my favorite sing-along.
Oh, cheating! No fancy solos.
Right? Well, also he hit that false note a couple times too.
He was holding back.
Country
He
song.
was.
Oh, he was definitely holding back.
Under a million shooting
Ah, now
stars.
he's cheating.
That good old country song. Under a million shooting stars in the night sky. That good old country song. That good old country song. Come and sing along. Cowboy boots and beers.
Now hand over those boots.
Damn, that's a
I really
whole
like them, though.
nother side to Stevie. I
That,
fucking
that
love
was
that.
awesome, though.
And
um,
I love how he used the slide, when
he
it
shredded
comes
with that
to
slide too. Was that really cheating? When he did his little tap
no,
solo, he had the slide in his finger.
when you use the slide in country, I mean that is an element of a country like guitar sound that kind of makes things country.
It just says
It's
voila.
Cigarette lighters will work too, by the way, if you don't have a slide.
oh yeah, yeah. And
Oh, there's a lot of things that'll work.
Uni
Cigarette
was
layers
saying
work.
My
Uni
Red
was
Bull
saying,
can.
he hears singers who use the big chest voice too, and
Yes.
that's another element in country, especially with the males. Like you get that big booming. What he was saying, like
Cowboy boots
when
and beers.
yeah, it's all about opening your mouth.
And it's out of
Rain.
whiskey.
It helps if you live in
And
Florida.
rain. Water.
And it rains all the time because you're
Mm,
constantly saying it's raining.
water, 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 rain, water. Wah.
Rainwater.
I'll tell you what though, I mean, I never knew how to write a country song, but after just seeing that it's just that four chord progression pattern, I think I feel confident if I get country in the next round if I make it there.
What? And, and,
Well,
and, and
actually, country will be eliminated from this
oh no,
round since it
no,
has been used, isn't it?
Uh,
no. The ones that are going to get eliminated are the ones that had the most. So I think there was
hip
only
hop and
one
blues.
country. Yeah, I think Blues had two.
Hip
I
hop had
thought they
four.
all got eliminated and
Rock
cut
only
down
had
to
one and
four.
country only had one.
No, he's going to remove the two that got used the most, and those
Okay.
will come back later
In
in the
the
round.
last round.
So
Okay.
Rock's still there's still a chance for Rock.
Oh, Rock only had one, so for sure Rock will be back.
Well, Angie got me crushed my heart when she told me like, "Oh, there's not gonna be any rock in next round." I'm like, well, if I make it there."
No, Rock is safe. It only had one.
Mm. It's holding out for me. I know it is.
So big thanks to Steve there. That's at
Mm.
Steve Terraberry over
Or
on
I think
YouTube.
Great
I need to search
presentation.
to pick it up.
Yeah.
Oh, he always nails it. And again,
Oh,
I was surprised to hear him
me
doing
uni?
country. I've heard him do, the metal and the rock. This was a nice switch up for him. He is as good in country as he is in metal.
Yeah. He
So
definitely got it.
thank you, Steve, for the country tips. I think that's going to help some of these contestants to write about boots and beers.
And whiskey and steers.
Yeah. And,
Yep.
and another genre
He's
where
missing something from his boots, though.
Tears.
To make a true cowboy, he needs spurs.
Mm.
oh, that is so true. He forgot about the Spurs.
Yep.
Well,
That would
remember
have made
he
those
said
boots even
his
hotter.
ex-wife took his horse, so he ain't got him no
Oh,
more.
she probably
No
took the
use for
You could
Spurs.
Spurs.
take the horse, but you don't take the spurs.
He probably threw him away out of spite.
Oh no. Those are some nice boots.
Well, I hope she didn't take his truck too.
I don't know.
Right?
She probably left him
Otherwise,
because
he's
he was
gonna have to.
soloing in a song. He said if you're compensating for a small haul if you doing that.
Yeah, he's gonna have to write another song about it.
Yeah. You're gonna end up with a really miniature motorcycle.
A mini bike.
A small hog,
Ah, is that like a
right?
piglet?
Oh,
No,
Like a piglet?
no, that's what they used to call like the Harley Davidsons. They'd
oh
call
yeah,
them
yeah, yeah.
hogs.
Hogs, yeah.
See?
Mhm.
See? Vocabulary, Tony. And that
Ah,
was with the times.
I'm learning my country
That's right.
dictionary.
That's why the teacher came in tonight.
We needed a lesson.
Yeah, and now we're gonna make a song with 12 bar blues.
Well, this is another genre like country where, the things you sing about, I mean, technically, anything you would have sang about in country that he mentioned also works in blues. You just got to make it sadder and
Now blues
and
is my
bluesy.
genre right there.
Yeah,
I love blues.
and this one,
And
best
I
video
guess
I
that's
could
why they
find.
call it the blues.
Yeah. And with this one, we're really going to get some insight into all of the construction that goes into blues. So Pinky would definitely have some things she can grab from this when she's trying to come up with ideas on,
Hmm.
how to approach the blues.
Yeah.
This one's going to be coming from at School of Yule, Ange.
Yeah. But don't say the at, just School of Yule, School of Yule, School of Yule.
At School of Yule, at School of Yule, at
No,
School of
drop
Yule,
the at. Just like
School
you
of
dropped the
Yule.
hashtag, because hashtags still suck.
Well, ats are kind of important. If you want to find them, make sure you add
Well, yes, put the at in front of the search, but just for fun sakes.
that. For fun's sake,
Well, no, sakes. I just had to create another word.
for fun's
Yeah,
sakes.
that's right.
This is the clean version of Talking Shh IT because we don't usually say for fun's sake. Uh, Let's see what it takes to get your blues on.
Blues. Do you have to share the screen, Tony? You just have to share though.
I'm bringing it up.
Okay. So you gotta push that button.
I'm
Cause we
bringing it
wanna
up.
sing the blues.
I guess that's why they call it that.
Blues, 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 blues.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a song with the 12-bar blues. First of all, I'm going to show you how to play the chords, both on piano and guitar. After that, I'm going to show you how to apply the words to the music. Then you'll see how to add melodies to the words, followed by harmonies. I'll set you off on writing lyrics, adding an instrumental which complements the lyrics, and finally structure the song so it makes sense.
I
And
really
all in
love
10
how
minutes
he
and
broke that
29
out.
Showing you how
seconds.
to play the chords.
Yeah,
The
it doesn't
12-bar
take
blues
long.
centers around 3 chords. The first, the fourth, and the fifth. We're going to play the blues in the key of E. The first is, therefore, E. The fourth is A, and the fifth is B. The blues doesn't need to be in E, it can be in any key. But for this video, let's stick to
Any
E.
key, not just
If you're
E.
learning to play 12-bar
Because that's before
blues,
F.
first of all, what is a bar? Well, 1 bar is 4 chords, or 4 beats. So if there
Or
are
the
12
length of a
bars,
Hershey bar.
there are 48 chords
Oh no,
in
wrong
total,
bar.
but they're not all different, and there's loads of repetition. This is what the 12-bar blues looks like as chords. Each letter represents 4 beats.
A,
4 of E, 2 of A,
B, A,
2 of
E,
B,
B.
A, E, B. Again, it could have been in any key, from C
E-I-E-I-O.
to G, but I chose E. To speed up the 12-bar blues like that is absolutely ridiculous, because the tempo or speed of blues is usually 40 to 100 BPM.
Now
which
that
beats
is
per
important.
minute. I've decided to do
is.
my blues at
Because
100
speed
BPM,
blues
which sounds
doesn't
like
really
this.
work.
No, and typically
To
if you
vary
use
the
a
music,
Casio
you
to
can
do
add
your
a
work and
sixth
things like
for
that,
each
it automatically
alternate
sets
beat,
it to
like this.
120 to be an average song thing. I think BandLab sets it to that as well.
Yep.
To extend it further, you could also add a 7th. On piano, this is what an E chord looks like. This is an A chord, and this is a B chord. You can extend each of these chords with either a 6th or a 7th. Now let's look at the guitar. Ignore the top 4 strings and place your left index finger on the 2nd fret. This will give you the E chord. Bring the index finger up to fret 5, use the ring finger on fret 7, and that's the A chord. The B chord is fret 7 and 9, again with the index finger and ring finger.
And if you need to stop
Each
this
of these
video
chords can be
and
extended
rewind it,
using the 6th,
make
the
sure you do
7th,
so.
and you can see those extensions here.
Hey. We're talking shit on Thursday with Tony.
And I got the blues. I got the blues.
IT with Tony.
Next, I need to put words over the music.
Sorry.
Oh,
I just
Angie
did.
already
Use this
did.
poem by W.A.
See?
Jordan
See?
called Roman Wall Blues. It contains pithy, clear language in 7 rhyming
Well, let's see if his
couplets.
melody
The
was
words can
similar.
be spoken over the music, as in this first verse.
Oh, you cheater.
Over the heather, the wet wind blows.
Oh, yeah, what direction?
Over the heather, The wet wind blows. I've lice in my tunic.
Gross.
Ugh.
And a cold in my nose.
I heard
Bless you.
Neosporin up there helps.
Alternatively, a melody can be sung, as in this second verse.
Oh, back to the rain.
Pattering
It's not just for country.
Water.
out of the sky.
Rain, rain, water.
Rain comes pattering
Rain, water.
out of the sky.
Rain,
Somebody get me
rain.
some whiskey.
Soldier, I don't know why.
I don't know why.
Melody has limitless
sorry.
potential.
It
Here's another
does.
example for the third.
That's why I said,
verse.
let's see the melody.
Hey, these are pretty complex words for a blues song.
The hard gray stone. The mist creeps over the hard gray stone.
I misread that second line.
I sleep alone.
Oh, and I drink
Heaps of words can
alone.
be used to
Dude,
extend
like
melody,
that
as
one
in this
with the
fourth
melody
verse.
that he put in there would have to be a little jazzed up a little.
Hanging around.
Yeah, you throw a little organ in there like that.
How this goes, hanging around her place. I don't like his manners. I don't like his face.
And I'm gonna punch him in it. Rawr.
Harmony can be
Sorry,
sung over
I
the
couldn't
top
help
of a melody.
It
as
just
in
felt like it
this
belonged.
fifth verse. Pizzo's a Christian. He worships a fish.
Nice harmonies, dude.
Pizzo's a Christian. He worships a fish. There'd be no kissing.
Ooh, that was
He
sweet.
had his wish.
Yeah, those harmonies are sweet.
You can also harmonize using
I like the little
doo-wop
clapping
style.
too.
This includes nonsense syllables.
Right.
Oh,
such
and
as
you
should
know
the
how to
doo-wop,
doo-wop.
as in verse 6.
I'ma do what?
You
Wop,
know how
wop.
to doo-wop.
Yeah. Hi, Super Maha. Welcome.
Hi, Maha.
She gave me a ring, but I diced it away. I want my girl, and I want my baby.
Love them shoopy doo-wops.
I
Way to
love doo-wops.
harmonize is
It
a
gives you that
chord
50s
response,
feel.
as in verse
Yeah.
7. When I'm a veteran, with only one eye, when I'm a veteran, with only one eye,
I hope America takes care of you.
the sky.
Cause you gave your life for the people.
The next stage is
That's
writing your own
sad.
lyrics. All you need to do is
Well,
come
That was
up
like
with
that's why they-
twisted.
rhyming couplets.
That's why they
I've put
call it
together
the
a useful
blues.
list of common rhymes.
Those are like
I'll give you
twisted
3
though.
examples of rhyming couplets.
Ooh, rhymes,
All you
Tone.
need to do
Get
is
on
come
it.
up with a verse. We should make it a race to see who finishes first. Here's another couplet that ends with a rhyme. The couplet's complete at the end of the line.
Oh, he's
Now
saying it
it's your
literally.
turn to make up some more. If you've got 3 verses, go write another 4.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah, you
After
got your
you've finished
instructions
lyrics,
in
You
rhyme.
need to work on your instrumental solo.
Oh,
To
and you
begin
do
with,
get to
12
solo
bar
more in
blues can be
blues than
used
country.
With the blues scale.
Yes.
The blues scale is a
The solo
hexatonic
is actually
scale 'cause it's got
important in
6
blues.
notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. The top note is a repetition of the bottom note. This is called an octave. This E hexatonic scale is basically an E minor pentatonic
Yeah, and the
scale
blues
with
scale
3
is so
notes,
fun once you
plus
learn it.
the extra blue note, which makes the blues scale. The blues scale can also be played on the guitar. When you play an instrumental solo on either a piano or a guitar, you can play the blues scale in any order, and as fast or as slow as you wish.
It's kind of how you do your melodies, Ange.
You know it. Come on, give it to me, Papa.
I love how he's showing it on the guitar fretboard like that. Very quick to learn.
And like I said, you can always stop and rewind this video and watch it again.
Visit youtube.com/Angified. It'll be there.
It's time to work on song structure. Arrange the verses into a logical sequence. Discard verses that don't work. If you have a particularly good verse, you can use
You can lead a Yule to water, but you can't make
even
it
change the melody.
Well, yes, you can, and we discussed that another time.
Consider how you can make the instrumental solo complement the lyrics. Here are some examples of song structures. Verse, verse, chorus, instrumental, chorus. Verse, verse, chorus, instrumental, chorus, chorus. Chorus, verse, instrumental, chorus, verse, instrumental, chorus.
Yeah, you can
That gives you an idea of how to make a song using the 12-bar blues. If you
Maybe
write
stick
any
to the
great
pattern.
rhyming couplets, I'd really like to see them in the comments. If you do write a song using the 12-bar blues, please send me a link. I'd love to hear it.
Yes, send
If there
it,
are any
send
other
it.
videos you'd like me to make, let me know. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. Happy songwriting.
Definitely subscribe.
And have a great day.
Happy songwriting. Thank you. ABs. E. Sorry.
Yeah.
Thanks,
So,
Maybe.
oh, don't forget the cowbell. He's not
Ding,
wrong
ding,
there.
ding. I don't think I have a cowbell, but I
gave
do
away
have
my
a.
songwriting instructors.
Yeah.
I do have a.
Stop.
There, how's that? I don't have cowbell, but.
Blues like writing structures in my rock songs. You can use that in a lot of other stuff. It's really nice.
Yeah, those were great tips on doing. I wish I'd seen that when I did my blues track last summer because I only had Jason to help me, and Jason was a big help. Taught me how the drums to approach it and dealing with the bars and 12-bar blues.
And do you know what's in all these genres that they didn't mention? Frogs. Yeah, it's so a lot of times when somebody writes the blues or sings the blues, they're sitting by themselves, and usually you hear a frog. I'm sure there's frogs out there. Yeah, they're outside, right? And in a country song, you're out in the country, so obviously there's frogs, right? Voila! Save the
Actually,
frogs and the bees.
the
Don't forget the
singers
bees.
the singers tend to have that like froggy voice. So you're not wrong.
And that was okay. Sorry, I
So
interrupted it.
that one was at School of Yule.
School of Yule.
I'll say it again without the at School of Yule.
No, do not say it fast 3 times.
School of Yule, School of Yule, School of Yule.
So
The
you say it
last
3
time I
times
liked to
fast.
slide, I learned my blues tricks. I got the Yule.
From a little school.
So we've gotten through a little bit of country and a little bit of blues. They're 2 genres that tickle each other once in a while, and both of them also tend to tickle rock songs. You know, rock fits in with these other genres and blends beautifully.
Rock.
Like southern rock. Mix of
Yeah, like what you were asking about, like the southern rock sound tends to have a little bit of country to it.
Yeah, well, a slight bit of blues to it too. It's like all 3.
Uh-huh.
And then like fusion would be like jazz, blues, and rock.
Yeah, once you start bringing jazz into things, you got to call it fusion because jazz. And when Rusty was picking, for these rounds, the different genres, round one, because it's, such a big round with so many contestants, he tried to stick to these types of genres where you have a lot more flexibility. They're not as avant-garde as some of the genres you're going to see in the later rounds. Things like jazz going to be coming along when it starts to break down into the later rounds. I got lucky enough to do both blues and jazz last summer, and for jazz, it was really my first time ever trying a jazz song, so it was a learning experience.
Rock on, man.
So here we're going to see how to write your first rock song. This one kind of approaches it like, if you're new to rock, which again, I like seeing these instructional videos where they don't try to get overly complex. They don't try to just do a song and say like this is how you do it. They get into the elements of um, what makes rock songs. And if it's the first time that you're doing one, it's good to understand like where rock comes from. And for this channel, I mean, it's in the name of the channel, at Write a Song over on YouTube. This is a channel dedicated to teaching you how to write songs and different approaches. So I hope all these contestants, as they get challenged with different genres that they're new to, check out these channels because there's a lot of good information there to help you narrow in on what you got to do to get that rock out of you if you've never done it before.
Where were these sites 10, 15 years ago?
I know. Where were they last summer when I was doing some of these? It would have been so useful. So, and you noticed that video he has there, the top 96 chord progressions of all
Oh,
time.
I'm definitely gonna check
Uh,
that one out.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Future episode when because I've wanted to go into progressions and cover that for a whole evening. Gonna be going back for that one.
Yeah.
I really want to see how he crams all 96 of those into that 53 minutes because that is quite a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
But here, we're going to see about writing a rock song for the first time.
Just like scaling a mountain, writing your first rock song can feel like a daunting climb. But with a little guidance, you can reach the summit and create something truly epic. In this video, I will show you how to write your first rock song so you can craft music that will stand the test of time. Rock is a broad genre. It spans everything from pop to heavy metal in style, and the boundaries of this are constantly debated and evolving. The first thing you need to decide is where on this spectrum you want your rock song to live. If you reach too far in a direction you're not comfortable with, you can fall. So think carefully about this. If in doubt, start with the influence of your favourite rock song, or think about what you have the ability to perform live. Deciding on the type of sound you're going after then dictates the way in which you will carve out your rock song. Rock is predominantly focused on the guitar. As such, it is often performed in guitar-friendly keys such as A, G and E major. And the first thing guitar players will reach for is a favourite riff or chord progression. This is a great starting place for your rock song. If you have a memorable riff or chord progression, then consider this for the chorus. The chorus is a good point to start sculpting your first rock song from, because it is often the simplest and most direct part of a tune. Think about the sound you are trying to reach with your song. This will lead you to the most appropriate chord voicings to use. For example, say you are using an A major chord. You could play it in a standard open voicing like this, or move it up the neck and play it as an arpeggio like this. Or
or crank up the distortion and play it as a power chord. Thinking like this can help you to craft interesting and memorable sounds. If you want some more help with chord progressions, then check out the video in the description. Now you have two paths to take. Both can lead to the rock song summit, but each one is slightly different. You can take a single song section, such as a chorus, and work on every element within it: chords, lyrics, and melody. This is a steeper and more dangerous path, but may ultimately be quicker. Then use this completed section to influence the other parts of your song. Or you can take the other path, which is initially easier. On this path you create all of the chords first, then work on the other elements of the entire song in turn. This path may appear easier to begin with, but rapidly gets steeper and has a more difficult finish. If you're unsure which path to choose, don't panic. With experience you'll come to prefer one of these paths. For now, we'll turn left and continue to work on the single section. Now you've got a strong foundation for your song, it's time to attempt the next summit. And this is a big problem for a lot of songwriters: lyrics. Just like a hiker carefully choosing their next step, you need to select words that fit the tone of your song. This goes back to where your song lives on the rock spectrum. Pairing the feel-good lyrics of a pop rock song might not sit well with a punk rock chord progression. The theme of your lyrics will also give you clues to the type of language that you use. The easiest thing to do is to find a theme that fits the mood of the music that you have sketched out so far. You can also reach for some common rock themes. Here's 5 to look at now. Number 1, love and relationships. This is a popular theme in rock songs. Songs about falling in love, heartbreak, and the complexities of relationships are common. Number 2, rebellion. Many rock songs celebrate rebellion and the rejection of authority. These songs may be about standing up for oneself, breaking free from societal norms, or fighting against injustice. Number 3, politics and social issues. Some rock songs tackle political and social issues such as poverty, war, and discrimination. These songs can be powerful statements that call for change. Number 4, angst and pain. Lots of rock songs deal with darker themes such as depression, anxiety, and addiction. These songs can be cathartic for both the artist and the listener. Number 5, fantasy and escapism. Some rock songs explore fantastical worlds or offer a means of escape from reality. When sculpting your lyrics, keep it simple. Songs have more repetition than you think, so try and write a single simple song section. Use the chords or riff you had earlier and play it with your lyrics. And if you want more lyric inspiration, check out the playlist in the description. Your song is starting to take shape, and now you need to work on the melody to further elevate the song towards the rock gods. Think of a simple melody that could go with the rest of your song. You may have begun thinking about this when writing the lyrics. Don't overdo this. Go with the notes you hear in your head. Sing or play them and record it. A tool like HookPad can also help you here. If you want to think about individual notes, then start with the notes in the chords of your song. Try and build interesting rhythmic ideas for your melody and repeat them throughout. Simple repeated melodies are found widely in rock music. Also consider who is going to sing the song and what style they will perform it in. Are they able to hit high notes with a wide range, or is their vocal ability more limited? This is like climbing up the mountain. Some may be able to take great leaps or strides and still climb up without falling. Others will need to be more careful, taking gradual, small steps to reach the summit. Both ways can work, so choose what's most appropriate for you. And for more melody tips, check out the playlist in the description. Looking back, there are actually several routes you could have taken. Melody first instead of lyrics and chords, or even starting with an existing poem or set of lyrics. All roads lead to the summit of rock. You need to work to your strengths and your weaknesses, and you'll only discover these with practice. Just below the summit, it's time to set up base camp. Take a rest and think about the journey so far and the final push to come. You've got all the elements for your rock song, but to get to the pinnacle, you need to think about performance. How will dynamic changes shape the sound of your song? Will you have quiet and loud sections, or will you gradually build the volume as you go through? Taking some time and coming back to your song with fresh ears can be beneficial. On the last leg of your journey, it's all about further sculpting your sound. What effects will you use on the guitar? And will you reach for an instrumental break or iconic rock solo? This is where your unique rock sculpture comes to life. Be careful though, because at any moment, an avalanche can bring you right back down the mountain and you could end up snowblind. If you rush to the top and just want to play a solo without any foundations, then you are much more likely to fall. Building up carefully and thinking about how your listeners think of the song will help you to create long-lasting rock classics. You've learned how to climb the rock mountain, but this doesn't mean you'll sculpt a classic rock song. You can fix this by using the power of AI. Learn all about it in the video on screen.
What an awesome explanation, both of how to make a rock song and just good tips in general for, songwriting. Really glad I found this channel tonight. This is one of those like topics where when I find a fresh channel like this, gonna be back there visiting, especially throughout this WAG challenge. Um, I think the contestants are going to find a lot of great tips coming from at Write a Song over on YouTube. This is a fantastic explanation. And considering like the different rock videos that I'd found on how to write a rock song, this one was exceptional. Stood out completely, really covers the elements that you want to focus on when doing a good rock song. What he talked about with the dynamics and whether you're going to go heavy on the chorus and, how to approach like your chord and whether you're going to arpeggiate. All of these things are useful when you're doing rock.
Yeah, it's a lot more complicated of a writing, um, more complicated of genre to write in versus blues. Way more
Yeah,
chords you can use in rock.
and like we said, these other genres can lend themselves to rock. Like
Oh yeah,
rock blues is an awesome category, a subgenre, but understanding
rock
the
is king.
foundations, yeah, understanding the foundations of rock benefits you in all these other genres. Because anytime you want to rock it up, take his advice there. So at Write a Song over on YouTube. Love it. We'll definitely be back to see those 96 chord progressions.
Oh yeah.
Gonna turn that one into a topic one night. Thank you. So now we're going to shift over to the hip hop side. That's the big one in this round one, and there's quite a few contestants that are going to be dabbling with the hip hop. You're one of them. How did you feel getting hip hop?
I was like, oh, memories of 2012. When I was back then, I was playing for a lot of hip hop artists at shows and stuff, being a sitting guitarist for a bunch of different artists, and I kind of got experience on in the hip hop world there. I wasn't writing the beats, but I was definitely around it a lot and playing to it a lot. So it kind of helped seeing the writing process of a lot of these songs, especially in studios, to be able to write my own. So I kind of feel like I had an edge on that.
Oh, and I'm glad you're not one of those musicians that, you know, um, uh, a lot of non-hip hoppers musicians sometimes just completely avoid the hip hop genre because they get into this assumption that it's all bad and it offers nothing of interest to me as a rocker or a metalhead, and um, that's it. They miss out sometimes.
Well, if I were to, for what it does for my rock, it gives me a certain bounce to my melody that you
Yeah.
wouldn't get if you didn't mess with it. Like I got these like different chops because of hip hop, and it's influenced my writing style. Even though it's rock, but it's still in there, the hip hop elements.
Yeah, it certainly lends itself to techniques that you can apply on the rock side and gets you to think, you know, out of the box when when you're using their techniques in your genre.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to mess with too. I mean, to turn a hip hop song into like a rock anthem is kind of fun too.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun. I mean, I can't say that I'm a huge fan of hip hop, but I mean, I like it for like the writing aspect of it, like the music side of it.
Yeah.
I don't like a
Yeah.
lot of topics that are being spoken of generally, but there's a lot of good artists that speak over really good topics.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
are the ones I really follow.
I'm
Like you were saying.
selective as well. Like, part of me, it's listening to the different musical styles that you can get out of hip hop. They really do bring in a lot of different styles nowadays. I tend to listen to the music first and then the messaging and the words second. And like you, if the messaging isn't necessarily the kind of messaging I want to hear, I can kind of shut that out of my brain and just enjoy the beat, the groove, and in this case, what we're going to be looking at here, the flow. The the flow is definitely something that I know me when I'm looking at these hip hop submissions that are going to be coming in. These next four videos are going to cover different elements that I know all the judges are going to be considering. And flow, the reason why I put this as number one here is it's kind of what gets even a non hip hop listener to listen to a song if the flow is there and you get it in there quick, just like you want to like get them in the first 30 seconds, your flow, you really want to get in there as early as possible because that's what's going to get somebody who doesn't normally listen to hip hop to like stick around and enjoy what they're hearing.
Yeah.
So this one is going to be coming from a definite rapper source here. Rapping Manual. Learn how to rap tips and tricks at Rapping Manual YT. This is the YouTube channel to get some good instructions on rapping. And he's gonna cover like how to get your flow on. An awesome topic to cover here. Another one that in the future might spend a whole night just on these rapping techniques because I know there's a lot of rappers out there that follow us and are over on BandLab. This is a channel we will likely be back at when we cover this more.
Hi, in this video we'll cover the essentials of flow. We'll learn what is flow, what are the different types of flow, learning combinations, and lastly, word selection. What is flow? Flow is the rhythm of your lyrics, plain and simple. If you were to imagine your voice being just another instrument, the flow would give your voice its musical quality. Let me show you. This is a metronome. It measures the tempo of a beat. You can hear that it is like a blip, goes up in intensity and then it goes down. When you flow and rap, that space between the metronome is filled with words like this. Na 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 na. Hey, let's put in some words in. Tell me how to do it, I don't wanna waste my time. Alright, let's put in a beat. Tell me how to do it, I don't wanna waste my time. What you might have noticed is that I pause at different places. Pauses are the easiest and simplest way to add variety to your flows. There are rappers out there who only have one flow and they keep the song interesting by playing with the pauses. See how that same snippet changes with different pauses. Tell me how to do it, I don't wanna waste the time I have now. Circumvent the drama. Let's take the hi-hat. Basing our flow on it, we're replicating the rhythm of the hi-hat but with our voice. This is the simplest version of a flow. replicating the rhythm of another instrument with our voice. Let's use our voice. Okay, let's put in the words. Living like I am, by the dot soon ride up couplet sing, got my pen full. Living like I am, by the dot soon ride up couplet sing, got my pen full. Let's put a beat on. Living like I am, by the dot soon ride up couplet sing, got my pen full. Living like I am, by the dot soon ride up couplet sing, got my pen full. Let's change the pauses a little bit. Living like I'm by the dot soon ride up couplets, got my pen full. Living like I'm by the dot soon ride up couplets, got my pen full. Replicating a rhythm from another instrument is not the only way to create a flow. Let me show you some different types of flow. Until now, we've replicated a few instruments. What if we use our voice to make our own instrument? All we need to do is stay with the tempo. Last lesson, we learned how to count the 4 beats of a bar. All you need to know in order to stay on tempo is to place a vowel on each of the 4 beats. If you do that, then you can play with the rhythm and still be on beat. Check it out. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, O, A, E, A, O, A, E. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Sun is shining and I'm kinda happy now. Love my life, I feel like I'm a little child. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Can't wait to see baby girl once again. She is my Barbie and I am her Ken. If you think of a flow as a little thread holding balls, which in real life are actually the syllables we use, you can create your own flow when you play with it. How many balls you put on that thread, as in how many syllables your flow has. Less balls on the thread. Na, 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 na. Now with words. Get high with us, bake yourself trust. More balls on the thread. Na 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 na. Now with words. Wanna smoke some weed and shoot the shit with us? You let me know. I don't wanna pressure, I'm just telling you we're about to go. Where you leave empty slots between the balls, which are the pauses. We went over that. The length of each syllable, or in this case, the radius of each ball, adding bigger balls. Na 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 na. With words.
Na 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 na
I
na
don't
na
wanna
na.
do this forever. Might be cool if we switch it up, change its treasure. The vocal
Inch got
intensity in each
balls.
syllable, or in our case, change the color of each
Yes, and
ball,
they're bigger
adding
than
changes in
yours.
intensity. Na 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 na
Na na na na na na na na na na na na na na
with
na
words.
na 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 na.
Wanna smoke some weed and shoot the shit with us? You let me know. I don't want pressure, I'm just telling you we about to go. The melody of each syllable,
Oh
or in our
yeah.
case, the position of the hole through which the thread passes through our ball, adding some
Na na na
syllables with
na na
melody.
na na na.
Na 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 na. With words. Don't know the thing to say. Wanna tell you lies, all I say is hey. If you combine all of this, you create your own unique flow. Don't know how to combine it? Let's fix that. The cool thing about being a
Okay.
creative is that other than the foundational rules, there are no rules, so you can do whatever
No
you want.
rules.
This freedom to
Throw
do
them
what
in
you
the
want gives you the
fucking bucket.
opportunity to craft your own flows,
Na
your
na
own
na na na
styles,
na
your own
na.
rhythms, and so on.
Batman.
Creative work is malleable, allowing you to express
Every
your authentic
genre
self
should
in
have a fuck it
granularity.
bucket.
That's why if you go into the deep, when it comes to making songs, you can feel the spirit of the artist because they have managed to combine those syllables in a way which translates their essence into music.
Yes.
Let me give you an example. How many
Give it the
balls you put in
essence.
that thread? Are you a calmer or a more upbeat person? How often do you switch the size of the balls? Is your emotional state volatile or it tends to be more uniform? How many pauses you place? Do you talk with shorter phrases or tend to express yourself with longer sentences? As you can see, if you really go deeper into the craft, you realize that the best flow you can have is the flow which accurately translates your spirit into music in the most detail. So play around and find more about yourself, your personality and character. That should decide how you combine your flows. Word selection. When it comes to flow, not all words are made equal. In order to deliver a flow that is on beat, you have to learn how to select the words with which you fill it up. Vowel density. Always pick the word with a higher vowel to consonant ratio. The more vowels there are, the more you can play with its pronunciation. For example, notebook versus mountain. Trying to create a flow around mountain is considerably harder. Syllable count. If you pick words with shorter syllable counts, you can integrate them into a wider variety of flows. The longer the word, the less flexibility. For example, constitution versus bag. Integrating bag into a variety of flows is considerably easier when compared to using constitution. Word stress sequence. When it comes to the stress each word has, when you try to sequence words that are stressed in the same place, your flow will sound more uniform and pleasant. For example, notebook full of lyrics, listen to them, versus notebook containing lyrics, meditate on them. See the difference? Vowels on all four beats. The most important rule that you have to follow when it comes to word selection as it connects to flow is to always place a vowel on each of the four beats of the bar. Always. This will ensure you stay on beat regardless of the flow you choose to ride on. That was it, the essentials of flow. Thank you for watching.
Now we know how to flow.
Whoa, such great tips coming. We got some killer channels tonight when it comes to instructions and tutorials like this. I loved his ball analogy. And go figure, balls are a big thing in the WAG. And you better
I
have some big ones
know.
every once in a while.
I
His analogy there was spot on.
What up?
Hey, see,
Good.
we were just grabbing some balls and learning how to rap.
Uh, Speaking of that, did you run that by Ants?
give me a
Uh,
minute.
That song?
uh,
I need you and your daughter to do a song.
okay, but we are in the middle of a show.
Oh, okay.
So we'll take care of that afterwards. First, we're gonna take a little more look at ways to improve your hip hop because that's what we're covering.
Oh,
These
well,
wag
you
these wag
definitely need to listen to
contestants.
that.
Yeah, you're a big fan of it, so like chances are you could be giving some of these tips.
I could probably use some of those tips.
Yeah. I'm hoping that all these contestants like check out these channels because this one we just looked at. This channel is definitely going to be useful for aspiring rappers out there. This is that was coming from at Rapping Manual YT. This guy had such a great explanation on how to get your flow on, how to
Hmm.
bounce your syllables and choose
Come on, Christian.
what you're going against. I
Uh-huh.
loved his
Uh-huh.
advice.
And Christian's gonna teach me how to rap too.
It's not really
Yay!
all that hard. Like I mean, I don't know. It's
All
a
right, well,
lot.
let's see what this guy has to say.
It's a lot
This is the
easier.
this is a manual.
Well, that's the one that covered the flow.
Oh, so you got the wrong screen up?
Like,
No,
well, it's
no, no.
easier for
Oh, am I
like
reading
me
the
to
wrong one?
rap. It's easier for me to rap off the top of my head. Like when I'm feeling the
The free
beat and
flow.
yeah, like if I start feeling it and just go with it, I feel like it's easier for me. I can't sit and
So if he
write.
feels like he has the balls, he lets them fly.
If you can feel your balls, then you can use them.
The problem for me is I write the melody like before I can even think of the words. Like if I were to try to improvise, so then I'd have to I'm melody first and then words after, and
Maybe
I'd
you
have to like
rap. You rap.
you'll find out on Saturday.
That's right.
Mayvai's challenge is hip hop this round one.
Round one. Fight.
Yeah. So we're gonna see who has the hip hop balls.
Well, I got beats for you, maybe.
Oh,
Oh,
I'll
dude, I
check it
actually
out.
love this guy.
Oh, you've been to this channel?
Yeah, I have actually. I know this guy.
At
I
Rob
don't know this
underscore
guy, but like
lover.
I have watched this guy before.
Yeah, and the reason why I picked this guy, because when it came to the hip hop videos, I really had to break it up in order to cover like what hip hop is. It's not just on the rap side, it's not just on the beat side.
Right.
This particular video talks about arrangement and
What was
how
the?
to
There's
how to
another guy on
structure.
YouTube too that's really good. He's like all about scatting and like he goes through like how to rap fast and like this, that, and like how to build. Like if you're just starting out, it's all like everybody wants to be able to rap like Eminem.
Yeah,
Everybody.
and
So,
and one of the best tips we're going to see across these hip hop tutorials is to like the last one he was doing the na and using them to kind of flesh out like where you're going to hit and
Na na
what
na na
where
na 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 na.
and
That
then
man.
other guy that goes by Crypt, and he's an actual rapper, and he's like more of a bigger guy, like in weight. And I mean, not that that really has anything to do with anything, but he puts it out there like, "Oh, I'm a bigger guy," so you wouldn't really think that he could like rap like really fast, you know? And he talks about it's like the best way to learn how to rap fast is just like uh he said one is eating,
Christian, we
like because
can't
you
see
gotta.
you. Where'd you at?
I'm chilling.
Okay.
like a villain.
I'm right.
Right, he's all hiding in the back. There he
Well, of course.
is. Suffering in silence, everyone. Okay, now we're gonna finish talking on the smart rapper.
Well, yes, this is another freshie channel. We're actually getting awesome new channels tonight, and for the
I'll see if
hip
I can
hop
find that
side,
one.
these tutorials are fantastic. So at Smart Rapper TV, um, he's going to get into the arrangement side and how you should set up your rap parts. Because you know, I don't care for like a rap song that doesn't have dynamics, doesn't change.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to how I'm going to judge in the hip hop category, it's going to be like I want to hear some versatility. I want to hear some variety. I don't want to just hear somebody freestyle for 3, 4 minutes on the same beat. You're going to want to pick your
Honestly,
parts.
Tony, I
And
don't think you're really gonna have that in this competition.
no, the ones who did have hip hop, they're all creative. They're
Here's a link to the one page that I
all right, well, I will check out links after the show
yeah,
because we already got links
I'm just
to get
dropping it
through.
in. I'm not saying check it out now. I'm just dropping it in the chat.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what Rob's going to do here, he's going to show us some song structure in rap music and how to implement it so that you have a song that moves, bounces, changes. Because
Flows
I think that's
like
Good.
important.
water. Rain,
Yeah.
water.
Water's been our
Water,
secondary
water,
theme tonight.
water, 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 water. It's water.
uh,
Okay.
water. So we're going to take a look at how to put together some arrangement in the hip hop world.
Okay.
Thanks to Smart Rapper. That's
Thanks.
smartrapper.com.
And that Rob_level. Do you see that? Do you see that?
Yeah.
Good. Like, share, subscribe now.
Now.
That's right. It looks like he's even saying now. Look at he's got the W for now.
Yeah, he's reinforcing you, Ange.
That's right.
What a smart rapper. You may not know this stuff, so that's why I'm here to teach you and help you make you a smarter rapper. But today we're talking about what
Okay.
is song structure in rap music. And it's good to know this, also just to have the terminology down, so when you're talking in the studio, you understand what things are. I'm going to tell you about this today, give you some examples. You're about to become a smarter rapper. I'm Rob Level, this is smartrapper.com, and I'm going to give you that info right after the intro. Ooh, that rhymed.
He did that on purpose. Just like
Okay, so it may seem a little bit self-explanatory, but what is song structure? Song structure is the structure and the organization and the way things are in a song. Okay, now you know a lot about music already. I know you're a smart rapper, but here's some great examples of actually what it takes to make that song structured. These are things that you already know, right? So the intros, verse, chorus, pre-chorus, right? Outro, all right? Bridge, or it's also called the middle eight. These are things, and the way that they're structured is the way that the song structure is. So, for example, maybe you start with a chorus, then you have a verse, then you have a pre-chorus, then a chorus. Or maybe you have the intro, and then you do the verse, and then it's a pre-chorus, a chorus, another verse, and then a pre-chorus, and then a chorus again. Or maybe you start the song with an intro, and then it's just a pre-chorus, no chorus, but then a verse, and then a pre-chorus, then a chorus. Like you can arrange, you can do song. That's a structure of a song. It's the structure, and you can structure it any way you want. But there typically are specific structures that are the ones that make more hit songs because it's a structure that is known to work. And generally it's like it starts with the chorus, goes to a verse, then it's probably a pre-chorus, and then it's the chorus again, and then it's a verse, then it's a pre-chorus, then a chorus again. And that's generally how pop music is structured. I'm gonna give you guys a great example. I'll make another video on that using a very popular song and then show you guys that, but that's gonna be another day. Right now though, that's what you need to know about song structure. You can structure it how you want to, and you could be creative. You don't have to follow the rules. You can even do half of a chorus, right? And then just do an 8-bar verse or 12-bar verse. Like it doesn't always have to be a 16-bar verse. Sometimes it's a 24-bar verse, depending, right? It's like it just depends what makes the song flow the best for the song that you're making. Not all songs have to follow standards. Sometimes they break the rules and they stand out and they're amazing, okay? And you can do that. Just now you know what song structure is, so you can be paying attention to the song structure, and always consider the fact that you can change things. You may not every time I'm working on a song, I'm saying this should probably start with the chorus, or should this song start with the chorus? Is the chorus the first thing people should hear here? Is it the pre-chorus? Like, which part of this should be in the beginning to immediately pull in someone's attention? Maybe I jump into the verse so well, it's so catchy that I do like an 8-bar or a 12-bar verse first and then jump to the chorus. Right? It just depends. I mean, it depends on so many factors. It's really just about what do you feel is right and what's going to pull in the listener, make the listener want to listen, and most of all, does it make you want to listen? Right? That's it. You just became a smarter rapper. Let's go ahead and do a word of the day real quick for y'all. Boom. Ooh.
Mnemonic.
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 It's spelled weird, it's funky
Mnemonic.
too. Okay,
Say it,
assisting or
Ange.
intended to assist memory.
Mnemonic.
Relating
Mnemonic.
to a technique of
Mnemonic.
improving the
Mnemonic.
memory.
Mnemonic.
Mnemonic. Mnemonic. Mnemonic. It starts with an M, so the M is silent.
Well,
Mnemonic.
Ange does it better.
That's where you learn new words.
Mnemonic.
So I've heard of this word, right? So it's basically about memory. Let's try to get it in a sentence here, okay? Examples. James taught his students the mnemonic sentence. King Philip came over for good spaghetti to help them remember the levels of biological classification: kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. Interesting. It's to use them as acronyms. That's interesting though. So anything that's going to relate to memory. Number 2, let's illustrate this point with a simple exercise using the elementary school mnemonic. Every good boy deserves fun. Teachers use this tool to help students learn the letters of the musical staff. E, G, B, D, F. See, that's awesome. That's really cool. So back again to it. Mnemonic, assisting or intended to assist memory. So anything that you can use to help yourself assist in memory, and it is an adjective. And again, mnemonic. That's actually a really good word.
Mnemonic. Mnemonic. Mnemonic.
It's a good word. Go ahead and hit the subscribe.
It's
Make sure you hit that
phonic.
little notification bell, because then you're going to become part of the notification gang on here on Smart Rapper. All right. And then I want to make sure that you hit that like button and hit that
notification.
comment. Hit me with your 4 bars of the day. And also make sure that you are putting your 4 bars below, because I want you to get that practice in, okay? And if you have any questions, ask those questions below, all right? If you have any advice, do I suck? Do you not like this video? What can I do better? I'm always listening. That's how you grow, okay? It's just like you watching these videos, you may be making mistakes, and that's how you grow. You're learning. I'm always learning too. I'm adapting, okay? You just became a smarter rapper. Go ahead and hit these other videos. Check these out. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you can become part of the Smart Rapper notification squad, notification gang, all right?
Mnemonic.
And check out my other channel.
Mnemonic.
100,000 subscribers on there as well. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow with another video. Check out these videos. Let's make it happen. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Keep hustling. Keep grinding. Go get some coffee. Make it happen. Oh, I'm editing a video at the same time. Check this out. What are you waiting for? Mnemonic. It's mnemonically mnemonic.
I love his energy. He's
It's
got a new,
bubonic and sonic. It's phonic, mnemonic.
and you're like
Come
the
on, jump on
bionic
it, jump
woman.
on it.
I love his energy. I love his explanation there.
Yes.
This is definitely another cool channel I'm going to be coming back to visit. That was at Smart Rapper. Can see why you visit him, Christian. Yep, at Smart Rapper TV over on YouTube. Great tips on how to approach your rapping style.
I really like how he included his gulp at the end.
His gulp.
Yeah, when he took the drink.
Oh, sound
And they said, "What are you
effects.
waiting for?" Yeah.
Well,
If I
thank
could
you,
do that.
Rob. Thank you, Rob, for helping us to see the arrangement approach with
Oh no.
rap. Again, we're seeing where like they suggest rules, but at the same time they reinforce that rules are made to be broken. And when it comes to hip hop, like starting with the chorus,
Rules are made for breaking. And
not
that's
all
just what they'll
genres do
do.
that, but
Roller will show you on, whip it out, and Angified too.
two.
Wag it out.
My genre does that, Tony.
Well, yeah, yeah. With hip hop, you really can break certain rules that you kind of have to stick to with some of the other
Breaking the
genres we've
law.
looked at.
Well, like I feel like my opinion on that is that you want to get the catchiest part of the song stuck in their heads because that's how they're gonna remember.
And
But
that's
isn't that
why
with
with hip,
every song, not just hip hop? Isn't that every song? Isn't
Nah,
that
I
the main
mean,
goal for every song to make it so catchy that people sing or remember it or want to sing along or want to hit play again?
yeah, but if you
I mean, a lot
start,
of people remember a song because of the like chorus, the part that comes up and repeats three, four times. You know what I mean?
yeah, but if you
Nobody really
start
goes
with the
back to the song
chorus,
to listen to the verse.
if you start with the chorus in a genre like rock or blues or country, the ones we looked at before, it's not to say it doesn't work, but you don't hear a lot of those genres start with the chorus. They
Right.
build into it. There's intros and other
Yeah,
things.
they have intros and then
California
like you
Dreaming
said,
starts with
like
the
bridges
chorus
and stuff.
first.
Well, yeah, but
It
that's an
does.
exception, not the rule.
Oh yeah, it's not the rule.
Yeah, with the hip hop and the pop, what he was talking about there, those genres do tend to actually come in swinging and then go into a verse and set up. It's a different arrangement structure with hip hop, and I love that he mentioned that and
I
gave
mean, it
you
does
the
depend
info.
on like the beat type too, I feel. Like if it's a boom bap beat or if it's a drill beat or if it's a trap beat, like or you're like all the songs that they play in like the clubs and shit.
Yeah, and it's funny that you mentioned that. Hey, C's learning from you, Ange. That was that was a lead in
See?
because
See?
our next video is all about the beat. I couldn't ignore that because when it comes to hip hop, rapping is part of the challenge, but the beat, the drum kit choices, what do you do to get that rapper comfortable in a flow? The beat making is just as important as the rap approach.
Feel like if it makes my head nod, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I second that.
And Ange looks like a bobblehead.
Oh. Yes.
So this one's coming from a cool
For your
channel.
teaching pleasure.
I've been to this one for a couple of different things. I they cover creating, collaborating, mastering, how to distribute. For all those band labbers that are looking to learn how to deal with music throughout the process, not just making it, but getting it out there. This channel is really good at covering all grounds. It's at Lander Music over on YouTube. And this one that they're going to be covering here, they're actually using the camera guy is also a beat maker and a
Oh,
very
cool.
very good one, and they bring him in to show you some tools and things that you can use to put a beat together. Some of these hip hoppers in the WAG mashups, some of them hip hop is new to them,
Yes.
and there might not be a partner or a collaborator who
Does
is
that.
ready to make the beat. So I hope that some of them are going to start to learn, how to approach it. And beat making is not super hard. That's what I liked about this video. It doesn't get complicated. It's just about approach.
Mhm.
And
Right.
it
Follow the chords, like the structures and the flows and all that stuff, like Mr. Forward in the Fuck It Bucket. Just like he said.
Yeah, and making a beat that's gonna work with the rapper or make the rapper comfortable. Like Mavi had
Yeah.
said, like he likes to start with the melody, and in the hip hop world, you're not always starting with the melody. I think I want to say a lot of rappers are likely to start. They've got their words, then they've got to figure out, what to do with these words and where to bounce them on top of a
Hmm.
beat. That's where the freestylers
Just don't
tend
bounce
to,
on somebody's head. That might hurt.
well, with all the ball talk that we've been through with this
Well,
hip
that is
hop,
true.
like some balls are going to be bouncing.
Bounce your
So
heads. Now I understand that song. Sorry.
she got her bounce on. So let's see how to make a beat. Four things that you need. And these are general items here, like whether you're using this DAW or that DAW doesn't really matter. It's just understanding the ingredients that you need to bake a cake.
Then whip it up good. Let's
we need
find out how to make a beat.
so we
What are
need
our
some
ingredients?
we need some frosting.
Sugar, spice, and everything nice.
Definitely need sugar if you're making
Chocolate.
a cake.
Hey, Johnny? Johnny,
Yeah,
you make beats, right?
yeah, I've been making these for a while.
Okay, can you show us how? I don't know how.
Right now?
Yeah.
Yo, I'm trying to make the set. All right, let's start making beats. What's up? This is Johnny. I'm the camera guy, and I'm making video about making beats. All you need is four things. In this video, I'm gonna show you exactly what they are and how to use them. The first thing you need to start making beats is a computer. Magic. So you probably already knew that any computer can handle pretty much anything to start making beats. But if you keep adding stuff like VSTs and plugins, the more juice it'll need. So when I started being interested in making beats, I would look at J Dilla, RZA, Premiere. They would all use like an MPC or a SP1200. But nowadays you could just do everything right in your computer.
Who's your favorite producer?
I like Kanye. It's just the old Kanye. Not the new Kanye. I miss the old Kanye, not the MAGA Kanye. Moving on. The second thing you need is a DAW. DAW stands
Oh,
for
he's a
Digital Audio
classic
Workstation.
Coke
That's
kind
the
of
software
guy.
you need to start making beats. So all DAWs do pretty much the same thing. I started with Fruity Loops, migrated to Reason, then I used Logic. When I was broke, I used GarageBand, and now I found comfort in Ableton. But you could start with any DAW that you want and just choose the right one. For you. The third thing you need is headphones. Headphones. So I personally use headphones because I don't have studio monitors at my house, and it's way better than your computer speakers or earbuds. I highly, highly recommend that you get a good pair of headphones. Okay?
Important.
The
Very
fourth
important.
thing you need is samples. That's it. There's plenty of websites like Lander that offers free samples. They're royalty free, they sound great off the bat, and they help you spark creativity. And stick around, I'm gonna show you the easiest way to start making beats using samples. Yes, girl. Those are the four starting points. You obviously can add a MIDI controller, a drum pad, or a sound card, but you don't really need that right off the bat. So let's just dive in and start making beats with what we got. I like to start with a sample, so what I'm gonna do is go on Lander and start looking for a sound that I like. So I'm gonna try to make something more like a
90s boom bap type of beat. I'm gonna look for a hip hop sample or any sample that would kind of trigger my creativity. So I found a sample from the California Volume 3 pack from Cryptic Samples. Cool, that sounds really good. So the first thing I'm gonna do is load up Ableton. The next thing I'm gonna do is set my tempo. So I wanna do something more like a boom bap type beat. So I'm gonna set the tempo around 90 to 95 BPM. Let's set it up at 93 BPM. Whichever DAW that you start using, they all come with pre-built-in sampler. Ableton offers one that's called Simpler. You can find Simpler by clicking Instruments and then going over here and double-click Simpler. It's gonna load it up. I'm gonna drag and drop my sample and start chopping my beat. Simpler offers 3 modes. You have Classic, One Shot, and Slice. If you want to learn more about how to chop samples, click the link over here. It's a video. Oh, it's a video. Yeah, it's a video. All right, for this
Click the
sample,
link.
I'm going to use the Slice mode. It allows you to slice your sample by either transient, beat, region, or manual. Since I know that my sample is an 8-bar loop, I'm going to select the division to be at every half beat. I'm also gonna make sure that I work my sample so it matches the BPM of my track. If you don't have a MIDI controller, Ableton allows you to use your computer keyboard as your MIDI controller. Make sure that your option is selected over here where it says computer MIDI keyboard, so you don't have to buy one. So let's try it out. You see how it goes? Like that, you can use your keyboard as your MIDI controller. So I'm gonna start trying to find a good melody with this sample. I have a good idea of what I'm going to do, so let's record it. I think I got it. Do I look pretty? I just figured out the
Man,
melody,
he
so
made
I'm gonna
that
make sure
look
that every note
easy.
that I just played plays on the beat. I'm gonna quantize.
Well, that's what
the
a beat
hell out
maker
of this.
does, Tony. Duh.
Is there a video about quantize, Anthony?
Likely to try Ableton after this. He's good.
YouTube's gonna change, so it could be anywhere. So I got the melody, so I'm gonna add
I
some
literally
drums.
was just thinking
First
the
thing I'm
same
gonna do
thing.
is load up a drum rack on my second MIDI
I don't know,
channel.
I'm really
So the
comfortable
drum
with
rack
those
allows you
videos,
to
though.
load up samples to either play them live or program them on the piano roll. I'm gonna load up a kick, a snare, and a hi-hat. So let's load these bad boys up. All right, so I have a kick over here. Let's listen. So I'm gonna take this kick and drop it over here. Take this hi-hat, drop it over here, and a snare. Let's try some random beats. Or maybe you should do a reggaeton beat. Enough trying things around. Let's play my melody and make a drum. I'm gonna program these drums right now.
See, this is right up your alley.
All right, so let's add a kick, a snare, and then hi-hats at every beat. Keeping it simple. Oh, that's not right. Whoopsies. You would think that I would be good at this. Apparently I'm not. I think that sounds good. All right, I think we got the drums. Now on to the bass line. Slapping the bass. This is where the fun happens, guys. I'm gonna add the thickest bass line you'll ever see. So I'm gonna use Lethal. I'm gonna insert a MIDI track. Let's load up the bass that I use. It's called Killer Bass because it's killer. It has like Michael
I like that.
Thriller vibes. Let's get inspired. Let's find a nice thing that's gonna complement my melody. it out. Let's record it. Bass line done. We got the melody, the drum, the bass line. Now let's add the chorus. So I'm gonna add another melody to this with the original sample that I used. So I'm gonna duplicate this and then delete that. And then let's
And
try
it's this
something out.
counter melody that really spices it up.
Listen to the final version now. These are the basic starting points of how you start making beats. I made a melody, I found my drums, and I added a bass line. And what I'm gonna do is clean this up a little bit, maybe add some effects. But if you wanna learn more about how to make beats, if you wanna see me more on more videos, just comment in the comments down below. And then the rest is all up to you, all in your hands. And you could just do whatever you want. Even the cameraman can start making beats right now. Even Anthony has been making beats forever. Even my child is making beats. Everybody can make beats. I'm not gonna judge you. If you make crappy beats, if you make great beats, if you make beats, Battlestar Galactica.
Actually like that guy.
Even Ange could make beats, I bet you.
I'm talking to
I
him.
have.
I know. I liked his approach. When it comes
Yeah,
to
I liked it.
watching the beat makers, especially with like, different DAWs that I would
And I
like to
called it
play
too. I
around
heard
with.
those keys, and I was like, I would make that a boom bap beat. And then he
Yeah.
said it. And he was all like,
Yeah, yeah, and that's a good way to get started getting comfortable with the beat making. He made it look so easy. A great introduction. Definitely makes me want to relook at Ableton. Fruity Loops would be my choice, like you. If I was going to play with beats and samples this way, they have the best path of least resistance. But Ableton has some cool features there that triggering the samples the way he was on the keyboard on the computer. You don't even have to get a MIDI controller.
You can do that on Free Loops too.
right.
Yeah, if you mapped everything properly.
No, it's a little button. Click it. Your keyboard's a piano.
Yeah, when you turn it on and decide like what keys are triggering what. Because with beats, especially when you start playing them, it's all about the instruments that you're hitting or the samples that you're triggering. But it goes to show you that the cameraman can do a lot of things behind the scenes.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, I really enjoyed
Motherfucker.
that one. That was another Freshy channel. I mean,
Yeah.
I've visited it in the past, but that's the first time that I think we got to actually
No.
spotlight it in one of our topics in at Lander Music. I do want to see more of him in the videos. He's a good beat maker. And for our last one, now that you got a beat, and I think a lot of rappers, they tend to know what they want to say, they got the words. When they do get the beat and they have to figure out how to get the message to bounce on the beat, where to bounce, and accent to the drums, I think that's another important part of the hip hop making process. And Cole My Studios is going to cover like
This
how
is
to.
one of the guys. Yeah, this was one of the pages that actually this guy's really good
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
as
It's a
far as like
freshie.
giving information and all that. And like making sure you understand it. Really good.
Yeah, yeah. It's a freshie channel for us on Talkin Shhh IT. But again, when we start going into the hip hop and rap topics this year, coming back here, Cole, and at Cole My Studios, I see a whole bunch of videos on here that are gonna like definitely get the flow going.
He was actually one of the guys I was saying. I was like, yeah, one of those channels I was watching. I couldn't think of his name, but it was all like how to rap fast and talking about scatting and like,
Yeah, well, and that's a theme that we've seen with a couple of these instruction videos, which, when you don't necessarily have the words, but you gotta figure out your syllable bounce
you
and
got to figure out your
where
flow.
things fit. Yeah, we started with flow. That's what you came in on.
Right.
So Cole's gonna show us how to
Nice, dude.
get that rap to fit into a flow to go with the beat. And there is kind of a science to this. I looked at a bunch of videos. I ended up picking this one because he has the best advice and he covers it really quick, and it's really good advice when you're trying to get those words to fit with the rhythm that you've got to work with. So we're going to learn some science.
Yeah, I think this is what only like a 5-minute video.
Yeah, it's a shorty.
Yeah, he goes through it really quick, straight to the point.
Yeah, and that's what I love when you can
Right.
get the lesson in there, and it's a good lesson. It's the kind of thing that you don't see a lot of rappers actually talk about their their challenges there or how they approach it. Some of them hold it close to their chest and they don't want everybody to know their secrets when it comes to how they do what they do, but Cole's going to give them to us.
When most people first start learning to rap, they typically focus on writing lyrics first because that's what already makes sense to them. But they quickly realize that those rap lyrics don't sound so good over the instrumental. Well, today I'm going to help you fix that by showing you how to fit your rap lyrics to the beat by understanding the science behind structuring your rap lyrics. Today I'm going to be using an instrumental that I produced called Chillax, and if you like this instrumental and you want to support the channel, I'll post a link to where you can purchase it in the video's description below. Now, when it comes to structuring your rap lyrics, the main thing that you need to check out is how many syllables are you trying to fit into one bar. This will likely be determined by where you are placing your end rhyme, which is oftentimes around the fourth beat, which is typically where the second snare lands on each bar. There's typically 2 snares per bar, which lands on the second and fourth beat, and the fourth beat is usually where we place the first rhyme of our rhyme scheme. And if you're not sure what a snare sounds like, here's a quick demo. Now, newer rappers will usually place too many syllables in a bar, which cause their words to get slurred and jumbled up. For an example, I commend you for your desire to learn to rap. I know it can be frustrating when your lyrics don't really snap. Or rappers won't have enough syllables in a bar, so they stretch some of their words out too long in their efforts to fill the bar in more and push their rhyme to the fourth beat. For an example, I commend you for your desire to learn to rap. It sucks when lyrics don't snap. Now, there's no set amount of syllables that you must use each bar, but there are some good general numbers to shoot for. On the low end, you could use as little as 6 to 8 syllables with some pauses to fill in the bar instead of only stretching words out to make it sound good. For an example, I commend you for your desire to learn to rap. Once you start, don't look back. And on the high end, try to keep your max syllable count to around 10 to 13 syllables per bar. I commend you for your desire to learn to rap. Once you embark on your music journey, don't look back. Now, you could fit more than 13 syllables in a bar, especially if you're trying to rap really fast by using 30-second notes. But 13 syllables is a good general number to shoot for on the high end, but it's not a rule. The reason that I say 13 syllables is a good amount is because rappers typically use 16th notes more than any other rhythmic music note, and you can fit a total of 16 16th notes per bar, which is 4 16th notes per beat. But here's the thing, all syllables are not the same length. For an example,
The word no is shorter than the word breathe. So, if you were to use a max of 13 syllables in a bar, you're leaving yourself enough room to use up to 3/8 notes for either your longer stressed syllables, or you can use this flex space to actually take a breath. And please remember this, when you're structuring your rap lyrics over an instrumental, you don't have to be this analytical about everything. Most of us rappers are strictly doing all of this by ear, and you only need to get this analytical about things when you're struggling to solve an issue. I hope this video helped you gain a deeper understanding behind the science of rap. And if it did, let me know in the comment section below, and be sure to smash that like button. My name is Cole Mize with ColeMizeStudios.com, where I strive to make you a better rapper now. And if you're trying to perfect your rap skills, make sure that you get yourself a free copy of my ebook, The #1 Fundamental to Rapping, via the link in the video's description below. And subscribe to this channel for more straight to the point, no BS, how to rap video tutorials just like this one. And always remember, when it comes to rapping, there's no rules, there's only techniques. Peace. Hey man, you see that subscribe button right there? Don't forget the bell icon. Hey, I know you see that like button, right? Now look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, today I'm gonna.
Oh, and Cole, just so you can see it and you know it's official, I'm gonna bring it up and I'm gonna show you. Smash that like button and subscribe. See, I already smashed the like button, but now I'm subscribed and I will be back. He is awesome. That's at Cole My Studios over on YouTube. 99K and growing. Look, he's right about to hit 100. That is another great channel. Like the hip hop channels, definitely all freshies tonight. And
Definitely learned something from that one.
oh yeah, all good channels, great advice. Like I really want to see hip hop grow. Like it's been in a state of like it's just been so much the same for so long, and
Mm,
these kinds of channels and this kind of advice going to help people to up their game.
yeah. I noticed you've been trying to explain this to a lot of other people, like I'm from BandLab, that they try to put too much in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, and it's whether it's the hip hop or the other genres, like a lot of the band labbers,
Mm,
they get all these tools and they just start throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks. And the advice you heard tonight across these genres are the good general advice. Follow follow these general rules. If you know the rules, then you know when you can break them. And
mm-hmm.
that's a big part of being a rule breaker. The rule breakers are the ones who make the next genres, who make the big hits, but they learn the rules before they break them.
Of course, you gotta know how to play the game first.
Yeah. And then you can change the game.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to look at the four genres that these mashups in the WAG are going to be going through. This Saturday, we're going to be getting the submissions. We're going to have a listening party on Saturday afternoon, and then Saturday night we're going to start showing the tracks that came in, and we're going to have a whole week of listening and voting, and see which tracks make noise and which ones bring
Uh,
it.
I'm excited for Saturday.
Oh, I I I can't wait to hear what you've got. It's been the most frustrating thing this week is that I'm so used to like
Hear
play
my
it.
progress.
You,
Yeah,
you know I always want to listen, and
I know.
it's an unusual situation where I have to leave the room because I want to keep it fair, and you know, the judges are going to have a treat this weekend.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to hear everyone's tracks.
Yeah, me too. So you guys, the waggers out there, you got another 24 hours, like midnight tomorrow night. That's when the submissions are going to be coming in, getting set up. Rusty's going to do his thing. And by Saturday night, you're going to finally get to start to listen to the round one. And it's going to be a blast.
Oh yeah.
So thank you guys for like helping me to explore like what these genres are, because as a judge, I really want to understand the importance of certain things in these genres, and these videos we looked at tonight give a nice explanation of what each genre brings to the musical table.
Mm.
So we'll be back tomorrow with some spoken word and open mic, chaos magic and open minds, open mic. And then Saturday, we'll be coming at you with 16 tracks. Well, 8 tracks. Yeah, 16 tracks between eight mashups. So I will see you there.
Oh, I'll be there.
Y'all
else better be there.
I know you'll be there with bells on.
I'll probably be in my pajamas.
Hmm? You're lucky you get to work in your pajamas.
Oh yeah.
I will be too, but it's a little chilly, so might also have a blanket.
Oh, it's been hot the past few days.
Yeah. Thank Florida for that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll see y'all tomorrow night and come back on Saturday. Take a listen with us. It's going to be a fun time on that listening party.
Have a good night, everyone.
Night, everyone.
We cover digital audio workstations and music tools. We explore theory, gear, and 82. How to arrange, compose, and the art of arranging. Taking a look at AI and how the times have changed. On a PC or a Mac and even with a mobile device. We'll be talking about it all every Thursday night. From software to plugins and synths that entice. Dive deep into tech and let creativity take flight. Talking IT. We're talking IT. Come and join in and have some fun. It's highly educational with a lot to learn. From bedroom producers to seasoned pros, we're breaking it down so knowledge grows. Whether you're a DJ or a beat making wizard, we got the tips and tricks to make your sound sizzle. Mixing and mastering, that's our jam. With the tutorials and tips on how much rap. Get the best quality from your setup and gear. Tune in every week and lend us your ear. We're talking IT. Come and join in and have some fun. It's highly educational with a lot to learn. We're talking IT. We're talking